If you've ever given nutrition advice to a friend, family member, coworker, only to watch them completely ignore it and chase the latest fad diet, you know how frustrating that can be. But here's the truth. It's not about you or your advice. These people are choosing the other path for a simple reason, and once you understand it, you won't look back. Fad diets are designed to grab attention, to trigger emotions. They offer instant results, simple rules, and often a sense of belonging that your advice just kind of misses. Which is why in this video, I'm gonna break down a simple step-by-step framework that'll allow you to influence the people around you and help them make better nutrition decisions without arguing, lecturing, or even hurting your relationship. And stick around because by the end, I'm gonna show you someone close to me who finally stopped chasing trendy diets and actually followed through with something with lasting results. And I wanna make this video interactive. So if you ever come across this scenario in your own life, I want you to comment yes below. Let's see how common this scenario truly is. First off, I wanna clear the air. People aren't ignoring your advice because they don't respect you or your knowledge. They're ignoring you because fad diets, those approaches, they hit emotional triggers that your advice just misses. Now you're probably on my channel because you value the science of nutrition and evidence-based practice, and you know for people to truly improve their health, especially long-term, we need to look at their overall nutrition, their overall habits and lifestyles. We need to take a look at the bigger picture for overall long-term success, which is why it's probably extremely frustrating for you, for someone close to you to go down a different path, to start a fad diet, something that's not gonna help them out long-term. But they're doing it for a reason. There's psychology behind it. They often offer fast results. Those type of quick wins, they feel motivating. People think if they go down this path, if they cut out all their favorite food or follow a rules-based diet like carnivore or keto, they're going to get those wins. They know exactly what's in it for them. There's also simplicity that comes along with many fad diets because there's clear rules. Clarity can go a long way, especially when it comes to nutrition advice. So black and white thinking, or at least the steps around do this, you can no longer do this, it can make people feel safe in a really messy world, like nutrition, where there's a lot of context and nuance. And lastly, when you follow something that's somewhat polarizing, there's a lot of identity and belonging that goes into it. There's reasons why there are keto, detox, and carnivore Facebook groups with literally hundreds of thousands of members within them. Because when you start that diet, you join a tribe, you join a community of people that are all doing the same thing. So for a lot of people that have struggled with this stuff, they get that sense of belonging. So when your friend or family member jumps on that trendy diet, it's not rejection, it's human psychology. Fad diets satisfy those emotional needs much faster, especially at first. And again, I want to hear from you guys because I know so many of you deal with this stuff. Let me know what trigger you notice the most in your friends, family members, or coworkers. Is it fast results, simplicity, or that sense of belonging? Comment down in the comments below. Here's a quick example of this scenario from a friend of mine. Let's call her Sarah. Over the last few months, Sarah had been improving her nutrition step by step, making those small but meaningful changes, and she was feeling good. She was moving in the right direction. But then she saw a 7-day detox plan on Pinterest and decided to follow it. And it's because that plan promised dramatic results in just 7 days. And it's not because my guidance failed, it's because the new plan, it felt exciting, it felt instant, it felt social, like other people were doing it. So the emotional needs overruled the logic and she jumped ship. Even the best advice can be ignored if it doesn't meet those emotional needs, like clarity and confidence and excitement. This isn't judging anyone, like Sarah. It's designing influence that actually works. How do you win against this misinformation? You don't do it by just shutting down the misinformation or pretending that it doesn't exist. You do it by learning to become a better communicator. You do it by out-marketing the fad diets. You see, flexible dieting, eating more protein, building up habits that last and make sustainable changes, they can help, but they rarely stick alone. I saw this firsthand with my friend Brendan. He was making steady progress with those small changes, and then he stumbled upon some YouTube doctor that was talking about intermittent fasting. And despite what I said, despite my years of working with people in knowledge and even a PhD, the intermittent fasting, it seemed simple, faster, and more effective, so he tried it. And this isn't because my advice failed. It's because emotion beats logic when logic isn't emotionally compelling. The real question isn't why people ignore good nutrition advice. It's how that advice can be designed to meet those emotional triggers that make the fad diet irresistible in the first place. And here's how you do it. Are you ready? Step 1, you validate before you educate. Don't just shut down someone's questions or comments or thoughts when they bring up fad diets. That's just gonna kill trust with the people around you. Try to say things like, I get why that sounds so appealing. I would want quick results too if I was in your spot. That would be really motivating. Again, validation earns the right to be trusted. It earns the right to be heard. Then step 2, help them notice the small wins, the things that they're already accomplishing. Instead of giving them advice that pushes out a really big plan that can be overwhelming, try to point out small nutrition wins that they can feel quickly. So when they swap out a sugary drink for water and their energy doesn't crash, or they add in more servings of vegetables every time they eat and they don't feel as bloated, have a system in place or at least acknowledge when those wins are happening. When they feel those quick wins, that progress will help them build confidence and make your advice stick. Now, in order to really help them and help them transform, at some point you're probably gonna need a plan in place that controls for all the big picture variables, but at first, things need to be simple. Which brings us to step 3, simplify ruthlessly. Just like fad diets, keep your advice simple and easy to follow. At first, skip overwhelming meal plans and preparation or lists on lists of rigid rules. Clarity always beats complexity, especially at the beginning. Step 4, explain why the alternative, or fad diets, feels so good. When they're doing the other things well, it's a perfect opportunity to give them a chance to reflect and compare against the other path. At this point, you can explain to them why fad diets seem so tempting. There's the speed of results, there's the simplicity, and there's the social proof. Understanding this and the psychology behind it will allow them to make more deliberate choices about the things that they follow. And then step 5, build emotional connection. This is where you want to celebrate those quick wins, share relatable stories, and create a sense of support around your approach and the things that you're already doing well. People are more likely to stick with guidance when they feel understood. And at this point, you've built a lot of trust and rapport. At this point, you can show them the next step. This is step number 6, show versus tell. Where most conventional, even good nutrition advice fails, is that you're constantly lecturing people about the things that matter the most. You know the best way to beat that? Instead of just telling them, show them how it would work within their current plan. Here's what we do in the Nutrition Coaching Academy. We run something called the Free Nutrition Report, which is essentially like a report card of someone's current nutrition habits and what they're currently doing. Get them tracking for 3 to 5 days, and then take a look at calories and overall energy intake and where those calories are coming from, the macronutrients, protein, carbohydrates, and fat, and show them what could be holding them back from the next level. When you put this stuff into action and lay it out for them on a personal level, your advice becomes more real, more personalized, and much more likely to be accepted. This is exactly what I did with my friend Sarah. You might remember her from earlier in the video. When Sarah wanted to do the 7-day detox, I didn't argue or lecture, even though I felt it inside me. I validated her curiosity, I shared some simple tips, and explained why something like the 7-day detox felt so powerful. And I even let her do it. She felt heard, she tried the detox, but then she went back to some of the simple guidance and tips I gave her before. And when she realized and finally saw proof that she could lose weight and feel good without having to do a detox or cutting out everything that she loved, she started to trust me, and she asked me about coaching to build on this momentum. At this point, I ran the Free Nutrition Report on her, I presented it to her, and I actually signed her up as a paying nutrition client because she finally saw what was holding her back from getting better results. Don't just be an advice monster, especially at the beginning. Be patient, build that connection, and eventually they will see things your way. Which one of these steps could you try out with the people around you this week? Fill me in down in the comments below. And that's it, folks. Friends and family and coworkers, they chase fad diets, not because they're irrational, but because emotion beats logic. And if you want your guidance to stick, you're gonna need to meet emotional needs first. Clarity, quick wins, confidence, and that sense of belonging. And again, I wanna hear from you guys. Which fad diet are the people around you chasing the most? For me, it's definitely intermittent fasting and the carnivore diet. People are completely cutting out vegetables, which is crazy to me. But let me know what you're seeing down in the comments below. And if you're completely new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more ways to influence smarter, not harder, especially if you want to start nutrition coaching. When you finally understand the human psychology that goes into this stuff, your good nutrition advice will stop being ignored. And fad diets lose their power over the people that you care about. And as good as all those tips are, if you're really serious about starting nutrition coaching, the next thing I'll have you do is take all those people around you and start to set them up on nutrition plans. I'll show you how to do that by teaching you how to set up a nutrition plan for a client, how to create the plan, onboard them, and create that check-in process. You're gonna learn how to do that as a nutrition coach in the video I've linked up right here. So check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.